Do you know how many small and mid-sized companies right now are seeking help of coaches to help them navigate the change that is coming? Would you like to learn how to really coach these small businesses and these mid-sized companies? Well, if that is you, this is just the right video for you. In this video, I'm going to show you the exact steps that you need to take as you approach these companies, as you reach out and you start working with them to start creating results for them in a really short period of time. You already know that the world of business has changed. The coming change, the change that has already happened, and the change that is coming is a completely uncharted territory for most entrepreneurs. We are not trained for this, right? But coaches are. Coaches are trained to be able to help change, help navigate change, help facilitate change, help people through the process of going through the emotions and strategies and ideas that are happening in the business, in the world, and how it's adapting. We are trained as coaches to be able to help people resolve that, find the right answer, and keep making progress towards creating a greater future for themselves. Which is exactly why right now there is a higher demand than ever for businesses wanting coaches to come in and help them out and create great results for them. I'm going to show you the 5 steps that you need to take to get these companies to get the results that they truly desire. Let's get started. The first step of helping a company is to first identify what is the stage that the company is at. There are several stages that the company may be at. So some of the people that will reach out to you as new entrepreneurs or new small businesses would be in an ideation stage, which is the first stage of a small company. The first stage is basically where the person is more in the ideation mode. They have somewhat of an idea what the business is, they have somewhat of an idea what the product could be, but they haven't really ironed it out. This is a very different stage. They are usually a very small unit of just a few team members, and these are the people who are trying and need the help in context of really finding the exact idea, the exact product. What is it that idea is actually becoming into, so the business can be called a real business. The second companies is what I call first traction companies. There's the second stage of business where they have somewhat of an idea of their product. Their product has already got some traction. People are already purchasing the product. People are already excited about the product. They're maybe even referring the product, but the company hasn't really seen a massive growth yet. They haven't seen something where it becomes unmanageable. It's something that is still grind and pound. You're doing a lot of hustle and you're still serving your client one at a time. And that's really what the first traction looks like. And then comes the third stage that we'll be discussing together. There are many stages in the company, but we'll be talking mostly in context of small and mid-sized companies. So we'll talk about the third stage only today. The third stage is what we call accelerated growth. Accelerated growth is where the company has gone beyond the founder, and the founder is finding more and more stress in their life, and they're more and more exhausted because they feel like they have to do it all. This is the accelerated growth stage because the company is moving fast. And each of these stages require a different kind of attitude as a coach for you to be able to come in and help them out. Let's go to step 2. Step 2 is about understanding the needs of companies at these stages. Like I already mentioned, when a company is in ideation stage, what they're really looking for is not somebody who can tell them how to grow their company, but they're looking for a coach that can help them make a product market fit or help them navigate the product market fit, help them work with their 1 or 2 or 3 employees that they may have on the company to be able to really optimize that and really build an attitude of startup in their company and be able to test and validate things really, really fast. They need the coach for a completely different perspective than any big, large enterprise would need. They probably don't need the coach to help them find a better leadership style or a better team structure. What they're looking for the coach to really do is to help them identify the right things to do in processes, the right things to do as a marketing play, the right things to do as a financial play, so the company doesn't run out of money before it starts making money. So that's the first stage, which is the ideation stage, and the entrepreneur needs a coach that is more there with them to help them identify the market and product fit, and also help the mindset of the entrepreneur, because these are the times when you'll constantly feel like giving up because you're just starting out something. The second stage is what I call first traction. First traction is where you found the product. You found the product and it works, and people are buying it, people are excited about it, you're getting feedback on the product, and you have to iterate the product to be even better. A different quality of coach is required at this time because the company starts to realize that they need team members, that they need people who can help support all of this that is happening around them. Most of the time, the team members that are hired here are very much biased towards a skill. They are people who are hired to do a particular task, and that's pretty much it. They're not they're specialists to some degree, but they're not the highest quality specialists because the company can't afford it. And the first traction stage, the coach is required to be present in a very different way. You're needed to help people hire more quickly and effectively, be able to help people be more productive on their daily basis, because again, this is the startup mode. This is where the product has actually got some traction, but is not a sizable company just yet. The third stage is what I call high acceleration or rapid acceleration stage. This is the stage where you need to show up very differently as a coach. This is the time where the product is really taking off. People are raving about it. There are more orders than the company can handle. The leader is getting exhausted every day. There is no real executive team, but the company is making millions in revenue and hence needs an executive team. And this is where you come in a very different capacity as a coach. You come in helping the entrepreneur, the founder, actually build an executive team. You are helping the entrepreneur build a culture that fits the need of the founder and the desires of the founder and the personality of the founder. You are helping the company really create sustainable systems so the revenue can keep growing without exhausting the human resource that the company has. So all three stages, like I said, need a very different type of coach and need a very different attitude from the coach to be able to show up and help the companies in all those different stages. Now, like I said, if you're working with larger enterprises, there are many other stages that the company goes through, but these are the three main stages when you're working with small and mid-sized companies that you will experience your work in. Now, you understand step two. Step two is identifying what could be the possible needs of these companies, and hopefully that would help the understanding of what these companies really mean and what these stages really mean to have somewhat of an idea of what the needs of these companies would be. You will have a greater clarity if you spoke to the owner, founder of the company at length, because they would be able to express what they feel is the need of the company. But it becomes really, really juicy when we come to step three. Step three is where you do a real evaluation. You see, once you know what stage the company is at, if they are in ideation stage, they are in the first traction stage, or they're in rapid acceleration stage, you now create an evaluation that is based on the stage of the company and send it out to not only the team leader, but the entire team. This evaluation is mostly for you to identify what are the white spaces, what are the challenges that the company experiences, not only from the lens of the founder, the owner, but also from the lens of the team member. You see, sometimes the founders and owners are so excited and so driven to build their companies, they forget to ask their team members, what is it that is really blocking the team member to be able to deliver the results that they expect to deliver? Which is why you want to send out an evaluation that helps you understand what really is needed next in the company. What is the challenge that the employees see? What are the challenges the owner or founder sees? Now, what you would have at this stage is you already understand the needs of the company from the lens of the founder owner. You also understand from the evaluation what are the problems, the gaps, the challenges the team members are seeing, even founder or owners are seeing. If the executive team is in place, they are seeing. Now, because you have the evaluation, you understand the needs, you bridge them together to create a plan. So because you know the problems, because you know the needs, you create a plan, an actionable plan that can then be presented as a proposal of actions that will be taken in the coming months, the coming years, for the company to get to the outcome that they really wanted to get to. This plan doesn't have to be perfect. It can be loosely based on constant feedback, but there has to be a plan. You see, when you present a plan to a small or medium-sized company, it would be one of the few times they have seen a plan, because most small and medium-sized companies don't invest the time and resources to really effectively plan anything. But when as a coach you come in and you present a great plan to really help them go to the next level, it gives them the clarity that they were always seeking on how can they get out of the situation that they are in, the anxiety they might be in, the stress they might be in, the overwork they might be in. You actually tell them, hey, listen, yes, you could be experiencing all of that based on the evaluation you got and based on the problems that the founder shared with you. But what you're doing is you're saying, yes, that could all be real, and here's how we will solve it together, right? So that's the next step. Make a plan and then present that plan to get a buy-in from the team, or at least the founder or owner of the company, right? Because once you have the buy-in from them, now you get to step 5, which is the final step, is to execute that plan. You create an accountability structure, you create an execution structure based on the plan, and you constantly evaluate as the plan is being rolled out to make sure that the company is sticking to the plan, and if the plan needs to be adapted, we are adapting the plan. So this is the structure of you actually coaching a small business. It is done over an extended period of time. I'm not talking about one session. Every session will look different, but overall, if you want to propose a company how to really help them, how you help them grow their business, how you help them really create great results for them, this is how you go about it. You go about creating from, firstly, understanding that there are stages. Secondly, understanding what are the needs at that stages. Thirdly, running an evaluation to really understand the problems and challenges that the company sees. Fourthly, by creating a plan. And fifthly, by actually following up on that plan using an accountability and evaluation structure on a constant basis. This also gives you the ability to constantly go back to the company and continue to work until the company is at a stage that you feel as a coach that you can no longer serve them. This also allows you to constantly re-enroll the companies to work with you, because you're always evaluating, you're always feedbacking, you're always creating a new plan, and you're always making sure that the company follows through on that plan and continues to adapt as the company continues to grow. So these are the 5 steps that you can take today to start coaching small businesses. My invitation for you is to go ahead and try it out and see if this works for you. If you enjoyed watching this video and would like to share it with some of your friends, go ahead, hit the share button. Hit a like so I know that you enjoyed watching this particular video. Also, go ahead and hit the subscribe button so I can send you a notification next week as I post the next video for you to continue to grow your coaching practice, continue to serve people. Thank you so much for watching. We love you.